right song makes everything better. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best uses of licensed songs in video games. For this list, we're focusing on Billboard hits that made some of our favorite gaming moments absolutely memorable. Songs created specifically for a game, like Still Alive, don't quite fit this time around.
I'm not even angry.
And we're saving rhythm and music games, such as DDR and Guitar Hero, for another list for another day. Finally, we're excluding Grand Theft Auto games since, well, they just have too much good music. Number 10, It's Tricky, Run DMC, SSX Tricky. Players literally beat the competition to the bottom of the slopes with this hip-hop soundtrack egging on every punch. Named after the Run DMC hit, the sequel to SSX features a bonus meter that measures Uber moves and sounds K-Rex remix every time it's filled. The game introduced the hip-hop classic to a new generation, and still leaves fans rapping whenever someone says, "It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time is tricky." Number 9, All I Want, The Offspring, Crazy Taxi. Yeah. As one of the pioneering games to use licensed soundtracks, this wacky taxi driving experience made full use of songs from punk bands like Bad Religion. Yet it's the song that plays in the game's attract mode that sticks out the most. Never will you find a tune that's more ideal for driving dangerously through a busy beachside town trying to get really impatient passengers to their destinations. Though if we heard this song while riding in a taxi in real life, we'd probably jump out. Number 8, Fly Me to the Moon, Brenda Lee, Helena Noguerra, Bayonetta.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.
Space and time might seem incidental to a witch like our heroine, but Bayonetta's quest for her past manifests in every song.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.
Lee's classic often accompanies memories and questions of the past, while Noguerra's mix lends rhythm to the witch's current confrontations. Bayonetta reinvents a classic for a new generation, creating a strange juxtaposition of old and new to complement the hilariously over-the-top action set pieces.
In other words, hold my hand.
It's something we'd see again in the sequel, this time with the Andy Williams classic Moon River, because, you know, it's all about the moon. Number 7, Sympathy for the Devil, The Rolling Stones, Call of Duty Black Ops. Fresh from the trenches of Vietnam, players pilot the waterways of Laos that pays homage to Vietnam classics like Tour of Duty and Apocalypse Now. Mick Jagger's gritty rundown of human conflict and its bossa nova bass line sing through explosions and meld with the shouts of the player's crew. Sympathy also appears in a much lighter role as a reward for a well-coordinated attack against the mannequins of the multiplayer map Nuketown. Number 6, Beyond the Sea, Bobby Darin, BioShock.
Somewhere beyond the sea, she is there watching for me.
An isolated lighthouse flickers to life, luring our hero in with the warm strings of Right Heart's instrumental. Thus, Planecraft survivor Jack stumbles upon the remains of an underwater utopia festering with pseudo-humans and megalomaniacs. He's then coaxed through a cocktail lounge by Darin's most famous melody, and its presence, in conjunction with a nearby audio log, demonstrates the thin line between genius and passions condemned.
It's my curse, my eternal curse.
It's deliciously appropriate and unnervingly creepy all at once. Number 5, Mad World, Michael Andrews, featuring Gary Jules, Gears of War series.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Just when the team seems overwhelmed by enemies, Dom, the Luigi to Marcus Phoenix's Mario, clambers into a vehicle, gives one last order, one last shout out to his missus, and then barrels away into the strains of a familiar piece of music.
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad.
The hero's likely exit from the series is marked by the song that snared players in the original Gears of War trailer.
I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take.
In an equally sentimental gesture, the instrumental also appears in the Gridlock multiplayer map, if all the Ash people are left intact in round 1.
Yes!
Number 4, I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, The Ink Spots, Fallout 3.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
In a post-apocalyptic world where 1950s nuclear paranoia bears true, the tunes and their crooners echo the sudden stunted growth of the wastelands.
In my heart I have but one desire.
Dean Martin's Ain't That a Kick in the Head from New Vegas is also an infectious introduction to the universe, but the developers found this Ink Spots song perfect for both the world and the gameplay.
I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of, believe me.
Part of Galaxy News Radio's salvaged playlist, I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire also welcomes the player to the world as part of the game's introduction, much like Beyond the Sea.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
It's a perfectly selected track, not just for the mood-setting old-timey creep factor, but also for the ironic connotation of the lyrics, given the circumstances.
I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love.
Number 3, Superman, Goldfinger, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, turning on the Superman.
A racing melody sends players speeding through the tracks, and the chorus trumpets an affirmation of identity. While great music was present throughout the whole series, this was the track most people associated with the runaway hit. It embodies the spirit of the game and feeds into the fun and excitement you have while playing. A true helping of icing on a really gnarly cake.
I'm just racing faster every minute.
Number 2, The Touch, Stan Bush, Saints Row 4.
You got the power!
Bush's rock anthem accompanies the ultimate power-up. What better way to get pumped for your brand new robot armor than with the soundtrack to the ultimate 80s robot movie? Not only is this ultra appropriate for the scene, but it serves as a perfect example of the referential humor that the Saints series pulls off so well.
Wow, brilliant!
You may get to hear this song again in the actual Transformers game Fall of Cybertron, but having it unexpectedly popping up here was even more of a treat.
Oh, looks like the Zin don't appreciate that very much.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
15 minutes later, I'm still walking on the street when I saw the shadow of a man creep out of sight.
The stage is set. The green flag drops. Frankfurt's about to blow.
One man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours.
Number 1, Make It Bun Dem, Skrillex and Damien Jr. Gong Marley, Far Cry 3.
We
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them.
As you can probably tell, literal uses of song lyrics give you big points on this list. So, when you're tasked with burning down a giant field of weed in Far Cry 3, Skrillex and Damian Marley's Make It Fun Dem is about as literal as it gets. Say what you want about dubstep, this track elevated the flamethrower sequence from pretty cool to balls out awesome, making it one of the high points of an already amazing game.
Burn, baby, burn! Burn that mama down!
Do you agree with our list?
Beautiful.
Which songs left you clinging to your controller? For more blockbuster top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Now that when things get too tough, you